And the more that I got into it, I started losing friends. You see what I'm saying? People were making fun. Keep in mind, it's a Catholic school. You got like 1,000 people who are Christians or Catholics.
Yeah, definitely.
Then all of a sudden, just one person he's secluding himself every day. I stopped talking to people, bro. Like I was imagine at lunchtime, you're supposed to hang out with your boys, go out. I'm just sitting in the hallways, just reading, bro. Just reading the Quran.
Socially profile when he.
Mic check. Here we are. Back at it again. Another episode of Socially Profiled Podcast, and today is a very special episode because we have a very special friend of ours, Brother Jae Deen, in the building. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. My brothers, man.
Yo,
this is long overdue, man. Long overdue, man. I'm so happy to be here, man, out in New York, all the way from Canada.
East Coast ting, bro. Honestly, bro, I'm so happy to have you here today, bro, because I've known you for such a long time, and I don't think a lot of people know that, like, we've known each other for a long time.
We have.
Because it goes back to, like, Facebook days, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't use Facebook no more like that, but, like, I used to message you back in like 2012, 2013.
2012, I remember those days. We used to just like message back and forth. You know,
I never knew that.
Yeah. Me and Slim,
Messaging other guys on the low.
Hey yo, it's not like that. But like, yeah, we used to talk. He used to message me, and I always had a special love for you, bro. Because
For real, man.
I always see how genuine of a guy you are, bro.
Thank you,
like,
bro.
The fact that I know you were part of a group called House of Halal.
House of Halal. Shout out my boy Ali if you've seen this.
Yo, bro, I remember that. I used to watch that. I was like, this kid is dope. He's actually very, very talented. Like, when your boy used to do, like, tell him what the pens.
So one of my boys used to do beatboxing, and then we just used to rap, me and my other boy Ali.
Wow.
So yeah, man, that's like 8 years ago.
That's what helped you start off, though, right?
Yeah, so that's what started off. So basically, like, that was probably like my first experience of like getting some sort of popularity and some sort of like clout, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like 8 years ago, there was the Awakening Records contest, which Harris won.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, wow.
He was in that contest.
Yes.
That's how I knew you.
Yeah, so that's how I met Harris back in the day. You know what I mean? So
I
like,
never knew that. Wow.
Yeah.
He was part of the same contest. That's how I knew.
So House of Halal was like a show?
No, it was like it was like a rap group.
It was a group.
Yeah, it was like a rap group, and it was just pure beatboxing. Everything was like 100% like.
Nah, bro, it was tough, bro. Well, honestly, like that was. It was some unique talent because your boy was a sick beatboxer, and then you was just rapping over the beat. Yo, it was like a sick combination, honestly.
It was fun, man. We made it to the top 16.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a good memory, bro. What's going on?
I remember, bro. Come on, man.
What's up with this guy? He knows me.
I kept up with it before I was a YouTuber. I kept up with it.
Now, honestly, when we started this podcast back in March, you've been on our list, like, to have you as a guest on our podcast.
And I saw, as soon as I saw you guys promoting it, like, you guys like we have a podcast coming. I'm like, I have to be on this podcast, man.
Yeah,
I just felt it, man.
Most definitely. Your name.
Bro, we messaged him too. I messaged you back. We're supposed to do it in February, but like, I'm happy we're doing it now because right now you got a book coming out. Like now
it's already out. It's already published.
What was it? Something to guidance?
A decade of guidance.
A decade of guidance.
That's amazing. To make a book, it's mashallah, levels.
Thank you so much, bro. It's about my conversion story to Islam. It's about my early childhood, like the struggles that I went through, because I went through like a very, very like tough childhood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all the way till now, like the brightest and the darkest moments of my conversion story and being a Muslim convert. And I just wanted to write a book as a means of inspiration, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of Muslims are lost, a lot of young Muslims, right?
100%.
And I had like nobody, like when I first converted, I had to learn everything on my own. I had to learn how to pray on my own. I had to learn Arabic on my own, to study the Quran, you know what I'm saying? Like all these things with no teacher, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to use that energy and show it to the youth, you know, so they can feel like, yo, if this guy can do it, then I can do it too. You see what I'm saying? So that was like the primary, you know, intention behind writing that book, alhamdulillah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Honestly, I'm definitely gonna get a copy. Everybody listen, y'all better get a copy and support, man.
A decade of guidance.
A decade of guidance on jaedeen.com, man. Jaedeen.com, man.
JAEDEEN.com.
Yes,
yo,
sir.
That's amazing.
I don't even know too much about it. You're not even born Muslim, right? That's the only thing.
I'm a convert. I converted to Islam.
So, like, how did that exactly happen, though?
Okay, so I converted at the age of 15. So I'm 26 now. So it's been 10 years now since I've been Muslim.
Wow.
So I was.
You just turned 26, by the way. Happy late birthday.
Yo, and you're looking mega fresh too.
You know what I'm saying? Got the braids on, you know what I'm
saying? Love the energy, bro.
Thank you, bro. So I converted to Islam age of 15 in Canada, Ottawa, Ontario. So all my life, bro, like I was always searching for like just the purpose of life. I always knew there was something beyond this life. I always had that in mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I grew up in a Christian family, but just like growing up in the Catholic tradition, things weren't really sitting well with me, a lot of the beliefs, right? So this story I always tell to people, when I was growing up, we used to go to the church like every few weeks as a school group, you know what I'm saying? To like just, you know, do like the Christian practices and stuff like that. And one of the practices that we had to do as Catholics was something called confession, right? So confession, what that is basically, I would go to a priest, a Catholic priest, and I would tell the Catholic priest, you know, my sins, like my mistakes, like I stole this, or I got into a fight with my mom, or it's just exposing my sins to a priest. And it would be up to a priest to tell me, I'm going to ask Jesus Christ to forgive you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that never really sat well with me. That was like one of the things, like, why do I need to tell a priest about my sins, right? Because in Islam, we believe that our sins are between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only, right? And we shouldn't even publicize our sins. We should keep it to him so he can forgive us, right? Definitely. So for me to tell another human being, it didn't really sit well with me. You see what I'm saying? So it was just a practice like that wasn't sitting well with me. And so when I was in grade 10, the first ever like exposure to Islam that I ever had was through my ex-girlfriend. Right?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah.
No. I mean, where's she from?
I'm trying to get more than
She was from Egypt.
Egypt?
Yeah, she was a Masri, you know? Come that thing, you know?
Shout out Egypt.
Shout out Egypt.
Shout out Cairo, man. You make me laugh, bro.
My man, it's gonna be a lot of laughs. No, but that's you. So your ex had something to do with you becoming a Muslim.
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
She was Muslim. She was 14 years old, bro, and I was 15. And like, so basically, what happened is that, you know, it was like 4 months into the relationship, and like we were like madly in love with each other, you know.
4 months? Wow.
4 months. Yeah. We were, like, you know, and she was such a nice, sweet, intelligent girl. And, you know, we were talking on the phone one night, right? And I was, like, telling her, like, listen, I would love to spend a future with you one day. Like, you know, just talking about, like, getting married.
Wow.
Yeah,
4 months. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, quick. But then when I told her that I wanted to marry her, she's like, I'm not going to marry you. I can't marry you. And I'm like, why? Why can't I marry you? And she's like, because you're not part of my religion, right? In my religion, you know, the girl can only marry within Islam, right? That's Muslim girls. And I was kind of like, I was so intrigued by her firmness, right? Even though despite maybe our relationship wasn't like the most halal thing in the world, when it just came to her iman, she was so firm on it. And that actually kind of made me more curious. Okay, if she's so firm about it, like, I want to know more about this. I want to respect this. You know what I'm saying? And it came to the point where I was like, why don't you become Christian? Why don't you become Catholic so that we can, you know, make this work? And she's like, I will never change my religion. Like, this is what I firmly believe in. I was raised upon this. My parents made me a Muslim, and I'm never going to change my faith. Like, this is a 14-year-old girl, bro, and she's like so firm. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like, what is this? Okay, so tell me about Islam. So that's exactly what happened. It was on the phone. Like, we were on the phone for like 8 hours on a Friday night, you know? And so she told me about Islam, like the basic beliefs, like the 5 pillars, just very basic stuff, you know, about how Muslims aren't terrorists, you know, all those things in the media. And then the topic that really got us heated was the topic about Jesus, alayhi salam, right? So obviously in Christianity, Jesus is God or the Son of God. And that's what I was raised to believe, that like Jesus is just number one, he's everything, right? So when she told me that in Islam, that Jesus, alayhi salam, is just a mere prophet, he's a human, but he's a well-respected, honorable prophet, that didn't sit well with me. Like, I got angry. Like, I was like, no, there's no way Jesus is God. Like, he's divine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we just started debating. So she started telling me things like, okay, well, if Jesus is God, you know, why does it say in the Bible that Jesus is actually praying? Like, Jesus is putting his face to the floor to submit to the Lord. Like, this is actually in the Bible. There's verses in the Bible that say that Jesus says the Father is greater than I, or the Father is greater than all, right? So if Jesus is going to say the Father is greater than I or greater than all, that means Jesus is distinguishing himself from God. Like, they're not one, they're two, right?
100%.
So it's just like little arguments like that kind of got me thinking and made me more curious to learn even more. And then she started showing me, you know, one thing that's really interesting, she started showing me like Islamic music at the time. And at the time, there wasn't really a lot of Islamic music. So you guys know Lupe Fiasco, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So Lupe, he was my favorite rapper at the time. Like, I just got into music for a few years. I was rapping, doing my thing. Yeah. Shout out to the cat.
I didn't grab him. Just pick him up.
We just got video bombed by the cat.
Oh my god, he's a bad cat.
So Lupe was my favorite rapper at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just so intrigued because, you know, my favorite rapper was like Muslim. He was part of this religion that I was just getting myself into. So then she showed me a song that he made. It was called Muhammad Walks. So Muhammad Walks is a remix to Kanye West's Jesus Walks, right?
Yes.
So when I heard that track, bro, I was like, yo, this is so dope, because he was like rapping in Arabic. He was saying Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim and A'udhu Billah min Shaitan. I was like, yo, what is he saying? This is so dope.
That's awesome.
And then he was talking about like Moses, Abraham, and like all these biblical prophets as a Muslim. So I was like, okay, this is very, very intriguing. So if it wasn't for me hearing that song, bro, like I literally I wanted to make more research out of it. And this is why when people try to tell me, oh brother, music is 100% haram, what you're doing is haram, you're misguiding people. Like, listen, I came to Islam through people like Lupe Fiasco. If it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have motivated me to want to learn. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he guides people in mysterious ways. Like this is what the Christians say, God works in mysterious ways. It's true. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have a girlfriend, I wouldn't be here right now.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo.
So you can't judge people's paths to God. It's always going to be different.
Yeah. Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, it's crazy to me because like when you explain this whole story, it's very inspirational. It's a whole different like story because like I'm privileged to be born in a super religious family. Like my mom's a sheikh, you know what I mean? My dad, like my family is the type of family that prays in the public and everything. So like I'm privileged, and then hearing your story is kind of crazy. Like you're having conversations like that as a 14, 15-year-old kid, like with your girlfriend, which is crazy.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. And it was crazy. So after all that experience, I met with her on Monday, and she gave me a copy of the Quran, and she gave me other like Islamic books, right? So I'd say for about 4 months, bro, I was in high school, and I went from being the kid who, because I started making music at 13 years old, so I was like recording in the studio, and I was just releasing like, you know, just club bangers and you know what I'm saying, getting lit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was known as a kid like just releasing those songs about like drinking, smoking, just doing all that crazy stuff, you know. And all of a sudden that just changed, and I'm just Josh, who's sitting in the hallway just reading a Quran and a Bible in a Catholic school. Like you're talking like 1,000.
What do you mean, Josh?
Josh is my real name.
No way.
Yeah, Josh was my real name.
Josh, your real name?
Josh was my real name.
My whole name is a lie. I thought it was Jay.
Oh, you know my real name is Jay.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, so Jae Deen is actually short for Jamal Deen. That's what Jae Deen stands for. Yeah, so I think Jamal is my Muslim name. I didn't change it, you know what I'm saying? So my passport still says Joshua, but so I can travel in peace, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Joshua, so everyone calls me Josh back home. So I'm just sitting in the hallway, reading the Quran, reading the Bible, and keep in mind, I have never read the Bible as much as I did in my entire life when I started researching Islam. So I was like reading my Bible, reading the Quran, going side by side. And the first chapter that I ever read of the Quran was Surah Maryam, chapter 19 of the Quran. The reason why I read that surah first is because obviously I was a Christian, you see what I'm saying? And when I read Surah Maryam, and I saw that the Quran talks about Jesus alayhi salam in such a respectful, honest, and just such a loving manner, I was like, wow, this is really eye-opening. You see what I'm saying? So every time I give da'wah to a Christian, I tell them to read Surah Maryam, to say, listen, Islam loves Jesus. You can't be a Muslim if you don't believe in Jesus alayhi salam. You see what I'm saying? So when I saw that, you know, Jesus is born from the Virgin Mary, Jesus spoke from the cradle, did all of these amazing miracles that I was raised to believe in, you know, and even when I was doing my research, I was telling myself, listen, if I become a Muslim and I'm seeing that, you know, Islam even respects Jesus alayhi salam in some senses even way more than Christianity, I am not actually leaving Christianity if I become Muslim. I'm actually graduating from Christianity to Islam. It's like a higher understanding of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was getting, that was the vibe that I was getting. You know, so I was just doing further research, and the more that I got into it, I started losing friends. You see what I'm saying? People were making fun. Keep in mind, it's a Catholic school. You got like 1,000 people who are Christians or Catholics. Yeah, definitely. Then all of a sudden, just one person he's secluding himself every day. I stopped talking to people, bro. Like I was imagine at lunchtime, you're supposed to hang out with your boys, go out. I'm just sitting in the hallways just reading, bro. Just reading the Quran.
What they thought of you? Like they thought you were like some kind of
weird person. They just thought it was weird. They were making fun. Teachers were making fun of me. Like teachers were making fun of me.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Saying what?
Just like, what are you doing? Why are you researching? And like just mocking me. You see what I'm saying? And like one of my boys is like, yo, I hope you enjoyed that last piece of bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, yo, and I did low-key. I did low-key.
Enjoy that last piece of bacon. That's a funny joke. Oh my god, that's a really funny joke.
I did low-key. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then I started telling my parents. You see what I'm saying? That I was interested in becoming Muslim. So my mom, she was like okay with it. She was worried. She wasn't angry, but she was worried. You know what I'm saying? That I was gonna become like a terrorist or something like crazy like that. Because again, that's all that was in the media 10, 12 years ago about Islam, right? Yeah. Then I told my dad that I wanted to become Muslim. When I told my dad that I wanted to become Muslim, he's like, if you become Muslim, I'm gonna disown you. You're not gonna be called my son. You're a disgrace to the family. Yo, I don't know if you know African Christians, but they go crazy about Jesus. Like they be dancing in the churches. They be going like, Jesus, the devil is a liar. Like they go nuts. They sweating, bro. They sweating in the churches. So like, if you say anything disrespectful, like it's beef. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe that my dad had. Wow. If you become Muslim, don't even think about it. Like I'll disgrace you. You see what I'm saying? So when I got that reaction from my parents, despite being in love with what I was researching, like I was convinced already that like Islam is the truth, that God is only one with no partners, that he sends prophets. Jesus alayhi salam is just a prophet, he's not God, because it wasn't making sense. I was asking people, can you explain to me the Trinity in Christianity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, why that needs to make sense? Is God 3 in 1 or 1 in 3? It just doesn't sit with me. And people weren't giving me substantial answers. They weren't. They were just either just making fun of me or just ignoring me. You see what I'm saying? And I truly believe any religion, if a religion has to be true or haq, and this isn't disrespect to Christianity, I'm just talking about my own experience, but if you're gonna believe in a religion, you have to wholeheartedly understand what you're believing in. You see what I'm saying? That's why the concept of tawheed, just believing in one God, that it just makes sense. A 2-year-old should understand that.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I was already convinced, but the thing is, bro, even though I believed and I was convinced, the fear of being alone, the fear of losing friends, the fear of losing family, that pushed me back. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I think I'm gonna step back from this.
Man, that's crazy. You going through all this at the age of 15?
At the age of 15,
that's crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. I'm getting like chills.
Honestly, this is wild. Like,
Can you continue?
Yeah, so I was getting really scared because like, I don't want to lose my mom. I don't want to lose my dad. Like, and like I was like that popular kid in school. I don't want to lose all that. But at the same time, it's like, I've been going through so much in my childhood, I went through like low income, my parents divorced at such a young age, you see what I'm saying? And that affected me as a child, you know what I'm saying? There was one Christmas that I had when I was around, I think 8 years old, and my house burnt down, as a Christian. That's like the worst thing that a child can go through.
Wow.
So many things that pierced me, and like, I used to even have conversations with friends, and I used to tell my friends about like some of the things that I would go through in my childhood. And like one conversation I'll never forget in my life is when I was telling my friend about what happened to me during Christmas Day. And then my friend's like, maybe God hates you. You see what I'm saying?
What?
Maybe God hates you because of all the bad things that I'm going through. And at one point I actually believed it. At one point I believed it. That's why I did have some sort of like a jahiliyyah where I kind of like gave up and I just stopped researching because I was just going crazy, because I always wanted to be out with friends. I always wanted to hang out. I didn't want to be home because home was a dark space for me, because again, my parents were separated. I see my mom working like 2-3 jobs just to get the rent paid, and we barely surviving out here, like eating like buttered rice for like 3 days straight. Like I went through like low income, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, but despite all those struggles, bro, like I truly believe I went through those struggles to build me as a character, so I can face these struggles of, listen, like I know I'm gonna be alone if I become Muslim. I'm being made fun of by friends. My parents are saying this to me. They're saying this. I became so strong that it's like, it doesn't matter what I'm going through, but if I have God, if I'm finding God, nothing matters. You see what I'm saying? Nothing absolutely matters. And that's exactly the mentality that I had, alhamdulillah. And one thing that actually really kept me going as well in my journey discovering Islam was through reading about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see what I'm saying? Like, I heard about his story, and I just did some research, like read some simple books about his life, right? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when I read the Prophet's life, you know, I realized the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was someone who started from the bottom, literally, like in the literal sense, started from the bottom. Now that's the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life is literally that. Like, he grew up, you know, without knowing his father. His mother passed away at the age of 6, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, he saw some of his children being dead at birth and burying his own children. You know, when he first became a prophet, you know, the first 13 years of his mission in Mecca, he had like 20, 50 followers max. Like, he had to spread the message of Islam very low key in Mecca, like because the Meccans were persecuting him or anybody that was going against the system. You see, it was of the pagans, right? But then you see how the Prophet ﷺ, he went through the struggle, but then he became the leader of Mecca and Medina, and then like to having like 50 followers to having 100,000, 200,000 followers of Muslims right before he passed away. Like, just stuff like that is so inspiring. You see what I'm saying? And because I don't know if you guys know this, but the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he is the only religious figure that you can actually historically prove existed. Like, you can't historically prove that Jesus existed. You can't historically prove that a man named Moses existed 3,000 years ago. You cannot.
I didn't know that.
There's no historical proof that they exist.
Wait, where's the historical proof though?
But because we have lineage of the Prophet. We have people who are related to the Prophet. We have like the Prophet sandals. Like, we have hairs. Like, there's actually historical proof that a man named Muhammad lived in the 7th century Arabia.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? So like, just stuff like that. I'm like, yo, it's just so real. Like, you gotta go deep into it. So just hearing about his story, it's like, listen, if the Prophet went through so much struggle and so much pain and hardship, then what's my excuse to give up? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
It's a test from God. Everything that you're going to do is a test.
Everything's a test from God, and it builds you. And I still go through tests every day, and we all go through pain, because life in this dunya, it's never gonna get easy. It's not. 100%. We gotta accept it's going to be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be challenging. But we can get stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where when any problem comes to you, like, Bismillah, I got it.
Yeah.
That's life, man.
I like that.
Yo. You know? That's
mad inspiring, Jae Deen.
Thank you.
Well,
you know?
So I can't wait. I'm gonna read your book, actually. I want to read your book.
Yeah, there's so much more, you know? Yeah, so basically, alhamdulillah, after all, you know, all that pain, all that research, you know, I just told myself, I'm gonna still convert. You know what I'm saying? I love this religion. So I told my ex, listen, like, I'm ready. It was the last day of grade 10. We just skipped school, you know what I'm saying? So,
I skipped school, I went to the masjid to take the Shahada.
Yeah, straight up. I just skipped school, went to the masjid, me and my girl, and we went to the masjid. It was Dhuhr time, and then we walked in. I was nervous though going to the mosque. I was, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know, I'm gonna go to the mosque. But it was like, when I first entered the mosque, it was so peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, I don't know, have you guys been in a church before?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the church, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the church is like very like mashallah, like you see like the paintings of Jesus and Mary and like the chairs everywhere. It's very, very elegant, right?
Yeah, and they sing a lot.
But the masjid is very when I went in the masjid, it was just empty, it was calm, it was just very simple, and I like that. I like the simplicity. I felt an ease in my heart when I saw that simplicity, and nobody was there. We were actually like looking for an imam so I can just take my shahada. So there was one brother that was there. And this brother is one of my good friends till this day. His name is Osama, and you know, he was like, okay, why is there this guy and this girl in the masjid, and like, what's going on? So he came up to us like, hey, what's up? But he was so happy, he was just smiling. And I told him, hi, I'm here to take my shahada. Like, I want to become Muslim because I've been inspired. And his smile was just like, oh my God, like,
wow, yeah.
See, it's just so random. Like, you're seeing a young, and I was small, bro. I was like so skinny and stuff like that. And like, you know, he was just smiling. So like, he was like, you know what? Come back later tonight. You see what I'm saying? Because there was no one at the mosque. He told me come back later, and that's exactly what I did. I came back at Maghrib time, so there was like a big congregation of people there, so people can witness the moment. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And now I'm so happy he did that. So I came back that night, and then I saw him again, Osama. And then he taught me how to make wudu. He brought me downstairs, and he just like, yo, make sure you do this. You know, wash your face, your hands, and everything, just so I can get freshened up. You see? And then I went back up to the masjid, And then we prayed. I didn't know what I was doing. I just imitated all of his moves. I'm literally envisioning it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was just like praying with him, standing. I had no idea what was going on, but I heard the recitation of the imam when he was praying, and it was just like, it was so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? What I was hearing, I thought it was just like music, bro, but it was like Quran.
Yeah.
You know. Then the prayer was done. And then as soon as the prayer was done, the imam, he kind of turned around, he pointed at me, he told me to get up. So I guess Osama told the imam about me. So I got up, and then he just
did the
shahada right there.
Yo, it would be cool if you had a video of it or something.
I wish I did have
no one took a video of it?
I have no video of it, man.
That was at age 15 though, right?
At 15, man.
That's when you took the shahada.
Yeah, June 16th, 2010, at the age of 15.
Mashallah, bro. That's a beautiful story, bro. Wow,
What was your ex there?
She was there. She even brought her mom, bro.
Wow.
She brought her, but her mom didn't know we were together.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, yo,
of course, yeah, you can't know it.
Yeah. So like, she's like, yo, mom, my friend is gonna become Muslim. He became Muslim because I introduced it. So he's like, oh, who doesn't want to witness that, right?
Course, yeah.
So she was there, so she saw that, and that's deep, you know what I'm saying? Then.
Yeah, stay in touch or not?
Yeah, we friends.
No way.
Yeah, we're not together though. But
yeah,
we're still, you know. But you never know.
That'd be a beautiful story.
Before I wrote the book, I actually told, listen, I'm gonna write a book. Can I mention your name and stuff like that? So her name's mentioned in the book. So.
No way! Wow.
Yeah.
Don't say
this.
anything.
One girl helped change your life. This one girl, like to think about it, she helped change your life.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Well, what would happen if you didn't meet her? Like,
what happened? I don't know, cause bro, like I remember I was like drinking. Just like every weekend going out, like just doing mad drugs, we used to do like MDMA. I don't know if you know what that is, like ecstasy, bro. Like we used to like ecstasy, like you know what I mean, like
it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Everybody does that shit.
Literally, that's literally what I was doing. So it's like I always told myself if I never discovered Islam, I literally would be like. I would either have like a kid or something like that because of like you know having a kid. Because some of my old friends they got kids, man. They're like 10-year-old kids, because they were like messing around, bro. And like, you see what I'm saying? So or like would have been dead or like just something crazy if I never discovered Islam, because you know a lot of people, they do these bad things because they want to escape pain. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I had a lot of pain growing up, and I just wanted to escape it, but it still messes you over in the end.
100%.
But, you know, but Islam, I genuinely believe it saved me. But bro, there's even so much more I can talk about now after the Shahada. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, me changing as a human being and a character, right? So, one thing I always talk about when I talk about my conversion story is how did my parents take it now? Because obviously my mom was worried. And my dad was like, yo, if you become Muslim, I'm gonna disown you. You're not gonna be my son. So I didn't tell my dad for a year and a half that I became Muslim. He had no idea. And my parents are they're not together. So my dad.
That's always the hardest, like telling your parents, because that's your mom and dad.
Exactly, right. So I had to keep it low key from my dad for a year and a half. So like. My mom knew because we lived together, so I would pray, but like I would always like lock the door because I just didn't want nobody hearing me and stuff like that. But I would like. As soon as I converted, bro, like I just started like researching how to pray, like how to make salah. I had no idea what I was doing, bro. Like how to pray the Muslim prayer, and like I would sit there for hours for like a month straight, and I would just like imitate the moves. It's like Allahu Akbar. And I'm praying and I'm like watching. I'm like trying to do all the moves. So I would do that, and then I would put Surah Al-Fatiha. Because again, I was still with my ex, right? So she was giving me pointers like do this, do that, and that's exactly what I did. Like I researched Surah Fatiha, and I would just keep replaying it, so I can memorize it, and then Surah Al-Ikhlas, Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Surah Al-Asr, all these things, replaying it. So I had like 3 surahs memorized. It took me about 3 weeks to memorize all that.
Wow.
Right? So I kept doing it. So in about 3 weeks to a month, then I started praying. I was like on schedule, you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty quick though.
Yeah.
3 weeks a month, like you really like. Hard.
Yeah, bro. And because there was every convert, we have this zeal in the beginning, like this energy, bro. We just want to go in, bro. Like it's because everything is so beautiful, bro. Like you found this peace, you found this Islam. You want to fully embrace it because you truly feel your life changing, and that's exactly what was happening. And then I started distancing myself from like my friends, like in school. Like I started cutting people off. I started like not answering my phone. I think I even changed my number or something at the time. And like people like, yo, where's Josh at? Like he just cut everyone off because I was cutting everyone. I literally only had my ex. Like she was like, and subhanAllah, like I say again, listen, don't judge people through, you know, maybe someone is in a relationship, maybe someone is doing this, but yo, like if I didn't have her by my side, I wouldn't be here, bro. She was helping me. No one else was helping me. You see what I'm saying? Despite we were dating, having a little fun here and there, but yo, she was helping me. So I kept learning, I kept studying, and I eventually stopped doing all the bad things that I was doing, like all the weed and all the drinking and stuff. And then I remember one night, I always tell the story, one night I came home on a New Year's Eve, on 2011. It was a New Year's Eve, and I came home very early, right? My mom told me, she's like, why are you home so early? Shouldn't you be out partying with your friends? I told her, no, Mom, that's not who I am no more. Like, I'm a different person. Like, my religion, it inspires me to be, I'm 16 years old. Like, bro, imagine that you're a parent and your 16-year-old kid, you're not even telling the kid, don't do this, stay home, this, not, like, it's not even you, it's your own kid from his own will saying, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to be a good kid. Like, that's a parent's dream.
Yeah. How did she take it? Did she like it? Like,
she was happy. Wow. She was like, yo, like, this is my son now? Okay, I'll take it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so funny.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
crazy.
She was so happy. She's like, yo, if your religion's gonna change you like this, like, do whatever you want. You're on the right track. And because I was doing better in school, I was just, everything about me was just becoming better and changing. Wow. You see what I'm saying? So like, a parent can't get mad at their child even if they disagree with the religion.
100%.
So then I remember I told my dad that I became Muslim after a year and a half. I told him, listen, Dad, I decided to become Muslim. And my dad noticed my changes. Like every time I would talk to him and like, cause I would talk to him mainly through the phone and stuff like that, right? He noticed that like my character changed, my etiquette, like everything was just proper. And when I told him I became Muslim, he was like, I mean, like, you're changing. Like, you're becoming a better son, you're becoming a better human being. How can I be mad at my child if he's becoming a better human being? So my parents...
That's beautiful, man.
My parents, from like hating me, my dad saying, I'm going to disown you and not call you my son, to now being my biggest supporters in my faith. Yo. So my dad has been following me for the past 7-8 years because he started using like social media, Instagram, Facebook. He saw my entire journey of like becoming like a public figure and like teaching people about the deen and inspiring other people. So now when I talk to my dad, he'll say Assalamu alaikum, he'll mention Allah instead of God, he'll say like Ramadan Kareem, Jummah Mubarak, all these things, like he'll support my faith. And I truly believe that my dad would actually convert before my mom would. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just crazy how Allah works.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
That is so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, may Allah give us someone, you know, like a girl who will bring us closer to Allah.
For real. It's
sometimes it can be the opposite. Sometimes it can be closer to Allah, or sometimes it can take you away. It's like a test that you never know that Allah will give you. Yeah.
And I told people, I just told a friend this a few weeks ago. I told him, he's like, should I marry a Christian? Right? I told, as a Muslim, right? Because he just converted. And I just straight up told him, I wouldn't marry a Christian, only for the sake of my children. Only for the sake of my future children, or for the sake of my deen, right? So the same applies to when you're talking to a girl. Make sure she has iman, make sure she has faith. Yo, wallahi, because that will make you or break you, bro.
100%. Definitely.
No, you see what I'm saying?
I think that's like the ultimate test. I know a lot of people that's a big issue. I feel like a lot of people go through, like the Christian versus Muslim thing. Like, right? There's always a Muslim guy or a girl falls in love with a Christian guy or a girl, and then they can't their relationship always messes up.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like an ultimate test.
There's always blocks, there's always hits, and like when you're looking at your future spouse, she has to be looking at you like, this is gonna be the father of my kids, and I'm looking at her, she has to be the mother of my kids. You have to look at it like that, because yo, beauty's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. It's gonna go away. All the physical traits don't matter. It's about the heart and her akhlaq, her character. That's most important. You see what I'm saying?
Does she make you a better person?
Does she make you a better person? Does she motivate you? Does she inspire you? You see what I'm saying? So all that is so important. So if I didn't have my ex, you know what I'm saying? Wallah, she's such an amazing human. She's such a good person. You know, I wouldn't be here today. You see what I'm saying? So
I honestly, like, seriously, like, you telling me the story, hearing this, because I didn't know your whole story. Like, I didn't know the whole story. you telling me this, like, it's really so inspiring to me, and it kind of like makes me appreciate, like, I feel so privileged compared to you. Like,
Thank you. And no, and I tell a lot of born Muslims this too. Like, every day I pray, bro. Like, every night, every day I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides my family to Islam, because born Muslims have no idea. You guys have no idea how privileged you guys are to have a mother, to have a father, to have a brother, to have a sister, to have nieces, to have nephews, to have a Muslim family who believe in Allah, believe in the Prophet. Like, that's my biggest dream, bro. Like,
wow.
Do you know what people don't know? Like, I'm a popular person and people know me all around the world, but they don't know how lonely I get during Ramadan, bro. Where I have to like have iftar all by myself, bro. Do you know this quarantine thing, bro? This Ramadan, I Uber Eats every single night, bro, for iftar. That's not a good feeling.
I didn't even think of it like that.
You see what I'm saying?
You're pretty much stuck alone, being the only Muslim
in my family,
in the household. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's
like that the masjids are closed and stuff during quarantine, so you can't even go to the masjid.
Exactly. I can't go to the masjid to see my brothers to break fast with, bro. I was alone, bro. Even though the food was good, like I was eating good food, but it's like nothing beats a home cooked meal with your brother or your sister in the same table, and like you're saying Bismillah before it. Nothing will beat that.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, don't take your Muslim families for granted. Wallahi, like if you have a Muslim mom, like you better be kissing her every day, bro. You better be hugging her. You better be saying, Alhamdulillah, my parents are Muslim, bro, because my mom is a Muslim, bro. My mom is a Muslim, my dad is a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that if they die, that just because they're not Muslims, they're gonna go to hell per se. I don't believe that whatsoever.
No Muslims can believe that.
No, we can't believe that, but it's like this sweetness and this religion that I've tasted, I want the same from my family. So the Prophet says, love, none of you will truly believe until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. Yeah. So I love Islam for myself. So I want Islam for my parents. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? For my sister, because I only have one sister, right? I want Islam for them because it changed my life. I want that same for them, because whenever I go through bad things in life, I don't give up in life. I have Islam. You see what I'm saying? But like when non-Muslims, when bad things happen, they give up on life. That's why people commit suicide, bro. Yeah. People commit suicide because they don't know what to do. But Islam tells us, you know, la yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Like Allah will not burden a soul with more than it can bear. So I tell myself that every day, no matter what I go through. So, but we need that, bro. People need that sweetness of iman, bro. You see what I'm saying? 100%. So when I pray for that for my family every day. So when I see Muslims complain, like, yo, man, you got a Muslim. Your mother's prayers are the only thing that's keeping you moving. How about that?
Wow.
How about we're not even worthy of all the blessings that God gives us in our lives, bro. It's your mom praying for you every night, bro. Every single night, your mom is praying for you. You don't even know how much she's praying for you, bro. And that's why we keep going. And imagine where I'd be if I had my Muslim mother, a Muslim mother praying for me, bro. I'd probably be a millionaire by now, bro.
Wow.
Like mega millionaire, bro. Like just getting mad blessings all over the place. You see what I'm saying? So it goes that deep, bro. It really goes that deep.
Inshallah, definitely, like in the future, you're gonna have a beautiful family.
Inshallah, and that's my biggest dream, bro. To be honest, bro, that's why I'm 26 and I'm not married yet. I've never been married.
Still young,
but still young.
I'm not married.
Hey, but the reason why I believe I'm not married yet is because I'm not necessarily I'm not really chasing it. Like I'm kind of just letting it wait till it just comes to me, so I know it's the right person. Because bro, it's like, again, I want to look at this woman, be like, this is the woman who's gonna help me achieve my dream of creating this Muslim family, this healthy empire family of kids who pray, who read Quran, spend Ramadan together, going to Eid together. Like that's what I want, bro. There's nothing that's gonna stop that dream from happening. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be with the right woman, inshallah.
Man, may Allah make your dreams come true, my brother.
I mean,
one day we'll see that happen. You know, we'll see little Jae Deen's brother.
It's inspiring. Well, it's inspiring me too, because that's definitely what I look forward to. The same thing. And I'm not gonna lie, it is hard sometimes, but you just gotta let it happen.
For real.
You know, whatever happens, it happens.
It's all in Allah's hands, man. That's why you gotta see it. That's the way I see it too. Like whenever there's hardship, man, just when not only just when there's hard times though, like you even during good times, you always gotta make sure your iman's strong, you know.
Yeah.
So how do you learn? Mashallah, your Arabic is very good.
Yeah, so
you know
I
how to
heard
say
one of the songs you spit like mad different like Arabic in the solo song. I'm like, yo, you know better Arabic than me. My Arabic's not that good.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. So basically my Arabic journey is probably one of the most inspiring stories after my conversion story. So basically it all started in 2018. So obviously during my years of being a Muslim, I would be praying, right? I'd be praying behind the imam. You see what I'm saying? And I would be praying, for example, during Ramadan, and we pray Taraweeh, and then like the imam's reciting, and then he's reciting, and then there's people beside me crying. And I'm like, why are they crying? Right? It's because they understand what's being recited. You see what I'm saying? And for so many years, I didn't understand what's being recited. Like, how can I allow myself to be a Muslim and not understand what's being recited in the Quran? You see what I'm saying? What is the point of me standing there for an hour and a half and I have no idea what's being recited? Sure, the imam's voice is beautiful, but that still, you don't understand, right? And so I was tired of that, bro. I was really tired of that, and I was like, listen, I gotta learn Arabic. You know what I'm saying? I used to struggle. I couldn't even read like one page. It took me like 10 minutes to go through like 3 words. You see what I'm saying? So in 2018, bro, what I did is I literally just found textbooks online, PDFs, bro, PDFs, and I bought notebooks at dollar stores, and I literally just began studying from scratch. Like no teacher, nobody. I had a textbook, and I would just look at the lessons, write the alif, ba, ta, like the kasra, fathas, all these things. Like I just taught myself how to read and write.
Arabic is a hard language.
It's hard. It's really.
It's one of the. But I'm Arabic, but my Arabic's not that good. Right? It's pretty broken.
So I would study, bro, for like minimum 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Like I would wake up every day at 6 a.m. pray Fajr.
That's passion,
and
bro.
I live in Canada. I live down the street from a Starbucks. I go to Starbucks, and wallahi, bro, I became known as the guy who just studies at Starbucks for like a year straight. You know what I'm saying? So every day I'm just writing.
So الآن تتكلم عربي.
أتكلم عربي الحمد لله جيد جدا ما شاء الله. أنت من وين؟
أنا من اليمن.
يمن؟
إيش اسمك؟ إيش اسمك؟
اسمك؟ اسمي جاي دين.
You know what's beautiful? There's some people who are born Muslim who don't even know what the Imam is saying, who don't even know what they don't understand what he's saying.
And they didn't even try to look.
And they didn't even try. So the fact that what I love about your story is that, especially converts, they want to learn. Some people who are born Muslim, they're like, we're born Muslim. We don't want to, we're already born Muslim. They don't have that hunger in them. So I love that about you.
Thank you so much.
You've been chosen by Allah. You're, mashallah, an angel.
Thank you.
You're grateful.
Thank you so much, bro.
You're lucky. I'm telling you.
Thank you so
really
much,
lucky,
man. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, bro, like I started studying, and then I'd say about 5 months into studying, I completed like a 600-page textbook, bro. Like I learned, because when I study a language, I focus just on grammar. Not necessarily on speaking, because speaking, it'll come, right? But when you want to study language, you got to know the grammar, especially Arabic. You have to know the grammars to understand the Quran. So when I learned all the grammars, how to read and write sentences, like it came to a point, anything I wanted to write in Arabic, I was able to write it down. Like, oh, this is so cool, you know what I'm saying? In Fusha, just Fusha, right? In classical Arabic. So then, when I was done and I had enough knowledge, I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna write down the entire Quran by hand. So that's exactly what I did. So basically, the reason why I did that is because when I was writing the textbook, every single chapter would have an exercise. So the exercise was that I have to take an Arabic sentence and I have to write it down. I have to translate it into English. Then there was English sentences. I have to write those sentences into Arabic. Wow. So that was heavy training on my brain. So I was like, this is perfect, right? So I'm like, you know what? Why don't I do the same thing with the Quran? So I just literally went. It's like, just started writing. And I started in Ramadan in 2018. And so I would write every single word like Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alif Lam Mim, Dhalika al-Kitabu la rayba fi. So Dhalika, that, right? Dhalika, I would write the English word above it, Dhalika al-Kitab, that book, la rayba fi, there is no doubt. Like, so every single word.
So you wrote the whole Quran.
The whole Quran.
Mashallah.
The whole Quran down.
Writing it down.
That's amazing.
It took 6 months to do.
That's amazing.
That's why your memory is good though, because writing down things, it helps you.
It psychologically helps your memory. Yeah. So it sounds like it was easy, but to be honest, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. It took me 11 days, 10 hours, bro, wallah, wahyat Allah, not more than 8 hours a day, I'm writing Surah Al-Baqarah, bro. You know how long?
Yeah, that's a long surah.
Bro, Surah Al-Baqarah is long, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I was crying, bro. Like, I was like, because my hand used to like ache, used to like get pain, you know what I'm saying? It came to a point where I had to stop writing for like 3 days at a time because you know when you're sore from the gym, bro? My hands were sore, bro.
Hey,
boxing
10 hours a day?
10 hours, bro, just 10 hours. Wallahi, I have witnesses to this, bro. I have witnesses.
Amazing. That's
you
amazing.
know what I'm saying? So I was just writing. But it was so beautiful, bro, because the more that I was writing the words, the more the vocabulary was just getting
easier, smoother
and repetitive. So it just became easier. You see what I'm saying? And I did that, bro. And now when I pray, bro, like I'm not confused, bro. Like I can literally just like,
Alhamdulillah,
he's reciting. I'm like, yeah, I know what he said. I understand. Like just on the way here, like we were, Quran was playing, and I just asked my boy Imran, like, yo, that's Surah Maryam, right? He's like, yeah, Surah Maryam. Like I'm hearing the surah, I know which surah is being recited. Like it's so cool.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And I'm a convert, bro. So it's like, what's any other Muslim's excuse? I had bro. I was doing it by myself, bro. No teacher. I didn't go to Egypt. I didn't go to Yemen. I didn't go to Saudi. Like I studied in Canada, bro. In Starbucks.
Oh, wow, that's
learning
beautiful.
Arabic on my own. So what's anybody else's excuse? If you love Islam, if you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you want to understand him, right? So what's your excuse? If you love a girl and she doesn't speak English, if your wife only speaks French but you love her, wallahi, you're gonna learn French to speak to her.
Yeah,
so why don't you learn Arabic to understand the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
That's so true. Because if anyone does have a girl, they speak French right away. But like when it comes to Islam, then what's their excuse?
Exactly.
MashaAllah.
You know
That's amazing. So what got you started then into like, you know, after you converted, what got you started into, you know, doing music that has amazing lyrics, by the way, and amazing like dialogue in the lyrics.
Thank you. So yeah, bro. So I always was into music. I started doing music at the age of 12. My first inspirations were, you know, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Eminem, Lupe, all these guys. So I was always into rap. So when I converted, again, I was very zealous. I had a lot of passion to learn the religion. So it actually came to a point, bro, where I actually stopped making music as well because somebody told me music is haram, brother. You can't do it. And wallahi, right away I stopped. That's how into the religion I was, bro. That's why I was losing myself a little bit. So I actually stopped making music for about 2 years as being a Muslim. So I wasn't listening to music. Like I literally didn't listen to music for 2 years, bro. Like in high school, like I kind of felt like a lost, left out kid. You see what I'm saying? But then I realized that I was going a little too hard on myself. Like I wasn't like, this is not who I am. I do love this religion. I do love Islam. But I'm still young, I'm still a youth, and I wanted to still express my youth.
And you're talented too.
Thank you so much, thank you. And so I decided to do a lot more further research, and about me, I research, like I like to learn stuff, you see what I'm saying? So I started to research, and I started to realize that Islam is not as black and white as people are raised to believe it. It's not just, as he's saying, this haram, this halal, do this, it's not that, it's not like that, bro.
Yeah.
It's very, very, it's very vast. It's like an ocean, you know, Islamic knowledge called fiqh in Arabic. It's like understanding differences of opinion in certain matters. It's very vast. You can't just see something's right or wrong, halal, haram. No. So, you know, I did see that there were scholars in Islamic history who said if the lyrics are inspirational, they bring you closer to God in a sense that it reminds you of good things, then it's permissible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is a minority opinion, obviously. Like, obviously, majority of the music is freaking like WAP. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's talking about crazy stuff. Yeah. But they're
WAP.
Let's not even start with that. Continue. We'll talk about Matt Zayn, Sammy Yusuf.
Matt Zayn. Yeah. So I started seeing stuff like that, like Native Deen, all these guys. And I'm just like, yo, like this stuff is inspirational. And to be honest, there's not enough of it. So there needs to be more. So to be honest, I got inspired and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna I'm gonna try rapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try rapping.
Yeah.
But so that's when House of Halal started, right? So like I have my boy Ammar, I have my boy Ali, and like we wanted to rap about like just like the deen and beatboxing. So that's exactly what we did. We just started spitting bars, and you know, we even got a little buzz. We started traveling at Muslim events, so it was just cool. Like, it was just saying, like, oh, there's Muslims who like this stuff. You see what I'm saying? But then I want to take it up another notch, where it's like I hear a mainstream beat and I wanted to rap up over it and talk about Islam. So that's exactly what I did. So the first viral video that I ever had was Bobby Shmurda's the hot nigga track. Yeah.
I seen it on Facebook.
Facebook.
I seen it on Facebook, but it was like the Muslim version.
Yeah, it's a hot brother.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Yo, free Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah,
man.
free Bobby, bro. There's no Jae Deen without Bobby Shmurda.
He's from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Yo, free Bobby, bro, cause yo, man, he made Jae Deen, bro.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wallahi, bro, cause I freestyled over that track, and then, bro, I put it on Facebook, and it just went viral. I was
seen
like,
it on Facebook.
this is so crazy. You see what I'm saying? So I started doing more freestyles over more mainstream beats. You see what I'm saying? So like that whole concept of remixing and like rapping over beats, talking about Islam, that was me. That was Jae Deen. Like before Deen Squad, you know, and then Deen Squad happened. You see what I'm saying? And then we started doing on a bigger scale. But that all started from me. You see what I'm saying?
I saw it from you.
You see?
I was friends with you on Facebook from before everything. So like, I seen your whole rise and everything. So I know that was you. That was your style. That was your whole swag.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, bro.
Being cover boy and stuff.
And it's your whole journey. You know what I'm saying? And it's your whole, mashallah, your knowledge and your talent that what you have. And after the Hot Brother one, like, what motivated you more to? Did it motivate you more to do like other?
Definitely, because like I saw the reaction from it. You see what I'm saying? Like I saw people messaging me saying, "Oh my God!" Like from that one freestyle, I started praying again. I started wearing hijab because of that 1 minute freestyle I did. So I'm like, oh my God, people are loving this, bro. Like, why don't I just keep doing it? You see what I'm saying? And when you're getting like what we call clout now, but when you were getting in like 2014, bro, and like it was like meaningful, it was like you're getting real messages. It just kept me going. You see what I'm saying? And just for the past 7 years, bro, for the past 6 years, that's all I've been receiving, bro. It's just messages from people saying, oh, because of your lyrics and because of your music, it changed my life. Even during the Deen Squad days, we had at least over 100 people become Muslim from the music. You see what I'm saying? So it was definitely needed, because like I said, you can't just bring people to Islam through, you know, just giving dawah, like, oh brother, this is the truth. You give them a pamphlet and they read it, they're gonna convert. No, they have to have a genuine experience of finding God.
And you gotta connect with them too.
You gotta connect with them. You gotta be different with them.
You experienced that with Lupe.
There you go.
So you did the same thing that happened to you to other people.
Exactly. So I know how it feels. So it's deep. So it's like it all goes hand in hand. You see what I'm saying? But now, to be honest, I consider myself more than just an artist. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm an author now. I wrote a book. I'm a motivational speaker. Like I made TikTok, bro. Like during Ramadan. And there isn't a single like freestyle video, like there's like maybe 1 or 2 freestyle videos on my TikTok, but my whole entire TikTok is just me giving like Islamic spiritual reminders, motivational talks, and I have 350,000 on TikTok.
Hey, I need to follow you on TikTok.
There you go. I haven't TikTok in a month because like I just been traveling. Honestly, TikTok is very it's very toxic, bro. It's hard.
So toxic,
bro. I don't like it.
Comment section is crazy.
Yo, it's too toxic. So but I started my TikTok during Ramadan, and like I got 100,000 followers in like 25 days, just off speaking, motivational speaking, bro. I didn't do no dancing, nothing, bro. So
I did dancing, and I got like 100,000 followers.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following you right now, 300.
Oh, thank you.
350.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's the Jae Deen that people love. It's the message, because that's what the music was for. It was just about spreading the message. So if I can spread the message in other avenues, then I'm happy. So I'm still an artist, but now I wanna expand more. So honestly, one of my goals, my next goals, is to actually move to the Middle East and study the Deen in a professional level, so I can come back here and have more Islamic knowledge and have credibility to, like, you know, give khutbahs and have youth programs and teach.
Amazing.
So that's always been my dream. You see, it's not just
an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's not just about the music. Like I know I'm a lit rapper. I can make a hype track. I can get everybody lit.
Yeah.
But it's about the heart, bro. For me, you see what I'm saying? And people know that about me, bro, because we've you know, I've had popularity. I've seen the millions of views. who cares, bro? Who cares, bro?
Yeah,
All these TikTokers, bro,
they don't mean nothing.
They getting all hyped up for, I got 1 million views on TikTok. Bro, we've been getting likes, we've been getting millions of views, bro. It doesn't mean anything, bro. But if you're not making an impact, if you're not changing people's lives, it doesn't matter, bro. You're gonna be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be remembered. You wanna be remembered, but leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
And after all those millions of views they have, like, what happens the next day? Nothing. Like, it's just like nothing happens unless you have a big impact and change people's lives in a positive way.
Exactly.
And that definitely, it gives you that feeling, you know, being more than an artist, you know, an author, a public figure. You know, you're already an entertainer, getting everyone lit, but you having that dream is amazing. Some people don't have the dreams. They're like, I don't know. You know, you having that dream. That's one of our questions we're gonna ask. You know, what you want to pursue in the future more.
Definitely.
You see yourself.
And that's exactly what I want to do. Like, to be honest, like I give myself like 4 years max of being an artist, and just like, cause right now, to be honest, I just want to have fun, just doing it. You know what I'm saying? To have fun doing it, make like an album or two. But to be honest, I see my purpose way more. You see what I'm saying? So like, bro, like to be honest, bro, like this whole entire interview, it's mostly about my story. We're not talking about Deen Squad.
It's about you. It's about you.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
like
about you.
It's about me. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to talk about anything but my story.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I want to die for, bro. That's what I want to be remembered for. Is like this Jae Deen who inspired people, who did more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've always known myself to be more than just an artist. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do. I want to live out that message. I want to study the Deen. I want to memorize the Quran because I can't understand the Quran when I recite it, so it's easier for me to memorize it. So why not take that advantage, you know, and just continue my path like that, bro. So inshallah, I pray that Allah gives me the ability to do that, you know, with the right wife, inshallah, and I just want to keep traveling the world, because traveling the world is also my dream, to like travel to inspire. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, Muslims of the world, you know what I'm saying? Like we did Shahada Muslims of the world. You know, MOTW gang, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, we went to Kenya in February.
Wow.
And we raised money so we could do eye surgeries for people who have cataracts.
That's amazing. Yo, that's beautiful,
so,
bro.
Pretty much they're blind and then they see.
We saw people blind and they were seeing again, bro. Like,
how was their reaction? Like,
bro, it was crazy, bro. Like, there was just and like, bro, these people, you know, some of the things they were saying things like, if we pray to Allah every night, that we can get our vision back. But if we don't get our vision back, we still say Alhamdulillah. Like, this is how grateful they are, bro. Like, this is the level of faith I want to reach. Nothing matters as long as I have faith like that. You see what I'm saying? So traveling the world and seeing other people and inspiring people, like that's what I want to live for. You see what I'm saying? That's what every social media influencer or whatever, anybody with a following, that's what every person should live for. So you can change the world, you can actually do something good. To be honest, if we all just came together, bro, wallahi, we can do so much together. But the problem is, people are so caught up on themselves, people are so caught up on their clout and wanting to get their million views, and they don't want to help they don't want to help each other. Bro, wallahi, if we just came together, bro, I'm telling you, if we just came together, we can change the world. People can make money together, and once you make money, you can change the world, because you can't change the world if you don't have the finances to do it. Like on a big scale, you know what I'm saying? And that should be everyone's goal. You see what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that I want to do in the near future, inshallah.
You spread a very good message. You know, even some of our family members, you know, they listen. It's like Mecca, I am on my way.
Your verse is the hardest, bro. Your verse is the hardest.
Every song was like, you know, it definitely, because, you know, people listen to the radio, so, but turned into a Muslim way that it got, you know, our family members who were younger to, like, you know, wow, that's good, that's da'wah. It got them close to Islam. It got them close to Islam. So I love that. I love
my
that.
brother thought he used to play that all the time.
No way.
All the time, because he went to Mecca too.
He loves
you, bro. He loves you.
Shout out Thada, man. T-Rex, man.
Shout out to T, man. Yeah. But he used to play that all the time, bro. It was beautiful, man. I was like, damn.
Do you ever think about? I'm sorry to cut you off. So do you ever think about? So do you have a YouTube channel, right, for like your music?
Yeah. Well, like there's the Deen Stars channel.
Okay,
so it's because Deen Squad got rebranded to Deen Stars and stuff like that. So that's my brand with my boy Sammy. So I still do that, but mainly I'm on my Instagram, my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's more than just the music now. Like everything's mostly on Instagram to do like inspirational stuff. So yeah, I'm at Jae Deen, and yeah, that's where you can find me online.
Do you ever think about making like a YouTube channel, like a Jae Deen?
Like an inspirational Jae Deen channel? Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I think that'd be
amazing.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to start something like that.
That sounds like a cool idea, honestly.
I seen even Mufti Make. I don't know if y'all seen. He made a YouTube channel.
He made a YouTube channel.
He be having the thumbnails, the title.
Yeah.
He be uploading like 3-4 times a day. Mashallah.
He's going hard.
He's good.
He's the guy right now.
Yeah. I can see you definitely doing that.
Yeah, I think when I move, if I move to Egypt, because that's my plan, I definitely want to like. I'll do like vlogging, like, but it's like not just vlogging. It's like
spreading the message.
Yeah, spreading the message.
Yeah, 100%.
Even us with vlogging, man. I feel like we've done so much in vlogging that we can't even vlog no more. And like even like these social experiments and pranks that me and Slim used to do, it's become like everyone knows outside. Oh, so it's like you can't even do it. Everyone will know who you are. Like,
or if you take a break from it, man. We take a little break from it, and then maybe come back harder. Do something crazy.
It's not even
we have
so many ideas.
We have so many ideas we want to do.
But I just feel like
different things.
Yeah, I just feel like if we do it, it's. I don't know, man. I don't know. People already know you. Like, oh, it's not the same when you're doing it before. No one knew you. No one knew us before. So whenever we're doing it, no one will really spot you. I mean, remember that social experiment we were doing before, and a lot of fans kept coming up to you while you were doing the video.
Yeah. It's
like fans would just distract him while doing the video. But mashallah, I see bright future for you. I still feel like it's just the beginning.
It just is the beginning.
Definitely just the beginning.
I haven't even started yet.
For Jae Deen, for Jamal Deen,
there you go.
Or Joshua Deen.
Yeah, Joshua. Sorry, that's my full name.
Damn, I learned that your name was Josh today for the first time.
Yeah, Joshua, man. That's my name, man.
That's amazing, bro. But yo, man, it's been real. Well, honestly, it's been real having you.
No, thank you guys for bringing me, man. I feel like a long overdue conversation. Just positive vibes, bro, and that's it, bro. That's all I'm about.
I feel there's much more to talk about, but definitely, man, we should definitely do a part 2 maybe when you're in Egypt.
Maybe, yeah, we could do something like that.
So what makes you want to move to Egypt?
Well, because Egypt is probably the best place for learning Arabic, like for Fusha, so to strengthen my Arabic out there. They also have Al-Azhar University, so that's like the most prestigious Islamic university in the world right now.
I think I've been there before. I visited
you definitely have if you've been to Egypt. So like, and I have a bunch of friends who study there right now, and like they're like young guys like me who are like, you know, African, black, and it's like it inspires me. You see what I'm saying? So like I saw what they were doing, and I'm like, yo, listen, I wanna follow the same path and just like, you know, have knowledge, but it's like I'm not considered a sheikh. You know what I'm saying? I want to be considered someone with knowledge, and I'm still living a well balanced life. I'm still having fun with my friends. I'm still like, you know, going watching UFC fights out night. You know what I'm saying? Just like. But showing the youth that listen, you can still practice your religion, you can still follow the deen, you can have a lot of knowledge, you can live a happy and healthy, long lit life. You know what I'm saying?
Mashallah.
That's the message that I want to preach, inshallah.
I love that, and I love that how you know, like even with me, like what you want to do 5 years? I'd be like, yo, I just want to be happy, man.
Yeah.
So with you, I like that you know what you want to do. That's subhanallah, man. That's beautiful to me, and that's inspiring to me. I'm gonna definitely sleep tonight thinking about what I want to do.
Yeah, definitely do it, man. Inshallah, think about it, man. Because honestly, bro, with the platforms that we all have, what you have, mashallah, you can definitely change, bro. Even like what you guys did with the boxing, bro. You guys gotta keep doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not sure if you guys are fighting soon. I think you guys supposed to be fighting soon.
Yeah.
Yo, it inspires people, bro, to be a Yemeni young Arab boxing and knocking people out, bro. Like you guys, it inspires people, bro. Muslim, non-Muslims. Yeah. So that leaves a legacy. As long as you have a legacy and that you can die being remembered for something other than like, you know, the content you're creating on YouTube and stuff, that's you're winning. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that's always on your mind, inshallah. You know?
Nah. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
One thing I want to ask you, do you have any music that's in the works right now?
Yeah. I got music that I'm working on. So I've actually taken a break. Because obviously of the pandemic and the COVID, I kind of wanted to step back and use the opportunity of the quarantine to just like personally develop myself. So I did write the book during the quarantine, right? I wrote the book in a month, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It took me a month just to write that book.
A month?
Yeah. So it was me and the co-author, my boy Yusuf Chroma. We wrote the book. And I wrote it, and like he was editing and stuff like that. But it took about a month to do. Like people take like 3 years to write a book.
Yeah.
So I was like really locking myself in like 12 hours a day for a month straight writing the book. But during the quarantine, again, like I was doing a lot of reading. I do like to study other languages on the side, just on my free time.
What kind of language?
So I've learned some French, some Malaysian, and now I'm learning Somali right now. So
okay.
Yeah, Somali is my language right now. I saw your last guest was Jamad. You guys were like talking about Somali a little bit. Yeah, let's get it. I was watching that.
Amazing.
Yeah, so when I think the next project that I want to do is like more like So instead of talking about religion so much, just more on a cultural side. You see what I'm saying? So like if I can sing like in Somali, like do like a Somali inspired track,
nice.
like 40% Somali English, and just like reach out to that community. So I have videos on my TikTok, bro, where I'm speaking Malaysian, and like I went viral on TikTok in like Malaysia, and I got a so like I want to do the same thing with my music. You see what I'm saying? And reach out to other audiences and stuff like that. So that's a good idea. That's why I've kind of like taken a break, because I don't want to rush into it. And there's no rush. You see, because music is supposed to be timeless, and you want to make sure you make timeless music. You know what I'm saying?
How many languages do you know?
So Somali is like my 5th right now.
5th language?
Yeah, 5th. Yeah.
So what are the other 4 languages? What
so
is
English, Arabic, French. English, Arabic, French.
Oh, French is in Canada, right?
Yeah, French in Canada, and now Somali, inshallah. But Somali's hard, bro. I don't know if you guys knew. Like, it's harder. It's actually harder than Arabic in some sense.
The only thing I know is
Waku Jalahe.
And I always say that every time I mention it.
You can say wan fi anahay.
Wan fi anahay.
Wan fi an ahay.
Wan fi anahay.
Wan fi anahay.
What does that mean?
I'm good.
How about Hoyo means mom, right?
Hoyo means mom.
That's on your song.
Yeah, I got love for Hoyo.
You put that a lot.
In solo. Yeah, in solo.
And the other a lot of other songs too, right?
Yeah. I always rap Somalis in my tracks.
I like that. Hoyo means mom.
Hoyo.
I learned that from you. Wallah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You don't know Hoyo?
I never know Hoyo means.
But if you want to know Somali, you gotta know baris.
Baris.
What
does that mean?
Baris is rice,
baris.
and then mos banana.
Oh, that's
Arabic. Mos.
Hey.
Let's just say baris io mos. Io is and, so baris io mos.
Baris io mos. Oh, they eat banana rice.
Yeah. So it's Saleh Somalis. Baris io mos.
Banana rice, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they eat like crazy.
So you chop up bananas and you put it in rice?
Yeah, you with your hands, bro.
Hey, yo, man. Listen, Yemeni food. You ever had Yemeni food?
I love Yemeni food, bro.
Oh shit, someone.
Have you had it before?
Yeah, I've had it many times.
Hanif?
I think so. I recognize a lot of it by like just by the look of it, but I don't know the names of it.
Yeah.
You know? But I in Dearborn I had a lot of Yemeni food.
Dearborn, yeah.
Oh yeah, Dearborn, they got mad
Yemen
Yemeni
Central.
Big Yemeni community out in Dearborn.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Where have you been though, like in the States?
I've been everywhere in the States, bro. Like just this past month, I've been to obviously here in New York. I went to Philly. I went to Chicago. I went to Atlanta. I went to Texas, Dallas. I think I'm going to Florida next week, and I'm probably gonna stay for like another 3 weeks actually, to do more charity work, and then so I'm just going everywhere right now.
That's
man.
crazy.
You might as well just move to America, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I remember you telling me I want to go to Canada. Man.
Yeah, don't move to Canada, but
What?
No,
man, I'm telling you, like
I don't know. I feel like the States is just more. I don't know. There's just more opportunity out there.
it's definitely more opportunities, but living in Canada,
It's peaceful.
It's much more peaceful,
very
chill,
peaceful.
and
Definitely
like,
more peaceful. Yeah.
you know, it's just I feel like it's more calm.
Yeah, definitely.
Much more
very
calm,
more calm and peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
They have a good music scene in Toronto. That's what I noticed. In Toronto, they have a sick music scene.
They do.
Like,
They do.
There's a lot of like dope musicians out there.
They do.
I listen to a few people like Keely.
Keely, Ram Riddles.
Yeah, I heard some of his music.
Some Ram Riddles. There's like a lot of Somali artists like top 5 or like.
Yeah, there's a Somali artist. Was that song Come Outside? Is that Come Outside song?
Come outside. I don't know.
No. Come Outside. Some shit like that.
Come outside. Come outside.
Yeah,
I know that song. I don't know who
it was
it's
like.
by.
It was a little bit of like I don't know.
I don't know who it's by. I just know like the Halal Gang as well. Mustafa the Poet. There's just a bunch of Torontos that are really dope. Yeah. But I'm from Ottawa. I don't know if you guys.
Ottawa, yeah, you are from Ottawa.
It's like 4 hours.
Someone just mentions Toronto whenever like
Canada.
I'm from Ottawa, man. So it's like 4 hours from Toronto. So, but I mean, Toronto's still home. So.
Shout out Ottawa, man.
Shout out Ottawa.
Still,
Still,
yeah.
Ontario, still, you know.
Yo, it's quiet out there.
It's very quiet, bro. It's boring. That's why I left, bro.
But that's dope though, man. You're still traveling a lot, like during COVID, like.
Yeah. I didn't even know I can come to the U.S. So that's why I came out here. You see what I'm saying? And I decided to extend my stay because if I go back to Canada right now, there's a 14-day quarantine. It's mandatory. Like they're gonna like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
But for you coming in here, it wasn't no problem, right?
No, there was no problem. It's just when I go back to Canada, they're gonna make sure I'm quarantined.
He's good, man. His name is Josh. Nah, guys. Thank you guys to everyone who's been listening and watching right now. And huge shout out to Jae Deen. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for bringing me, guys. It means a lot, man.
It's a pleasure.
Very inspirational talk.
If you guys wanna make sure you guys get his book, jaedeen.com. Check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Thank
Hopefully,
you so much, man.
100%.
I really want to read it.
Decade of guidance. That's the
I don't know what's more impressive. writing your own book or writing the Quran?
Oh.
I'm trying to see right now. What's more present?
I think writing the Quran, definitely.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
it's
but
more-
still, writing your own book still is goals. Both
Thank
of
you
them.
so
yeah.
much. Thank you so
It's
much.
huge
man.
goals. So if you guys, yeah, if you guys wanna see more, stay updated with Jae Deen, you guys can follow him on Instagram at JAE_Deen, DEEN. Check him out, Instagram, Anagram, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure having you, Jae Deen.
It's a
Honestly,
pleasure, guys,
I'm
honestly.
happy we finally have you. It's been real. It's been a good talk. I can't imagine the amount of people that are gonna be inspired by this podcast.
I know. I
It's
really
not
hope
even
that's the
people.
intention, man. Like, just to inspire people, and you know what I'm saying. Just like you never know, somebody might convert to Islam, because I know
Yeah.
you guys have a lot of non-Muslims viewing this right now. So inshallah, man. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us, man, and bless you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Inshallah.
man.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing your story too, bro.
Okay, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you
My
so
brother.
much,
It was
man.
good.
My brother.
I agree, man.
Socially profile when he